Hi guys and welcome back. So today I have a very interesting little packet trick for you that I really hope you're going to like. So I've taken out a couple of cards. I'm just going to mix them up just like this so that no one knows the order of these cards. Just like so. So in a moment I'm going to ask you to think of a number, any number between 1 and 10. And then I want you to transfer that number from the top to the bottom of the cards. So let's say you think of the number 3, then you transfer 1, 2, 3 cards, just like that. Okay? Do you understand? Very good. So let's say they think of the number, oh that's too much, the number 5, 6, 7. Okay, and they're gonna transfer 7 cards while I turn my back, so I don't see this, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you could have, transferred any number of cards, and you could have thought about any number, but you thought of a very specific number. So what was your number? 7. Okay, well, I thought so, and that is why we have the number 7 right on top here. Okay, we're going to try this again, and this time I am going to think of a number 2. So first of all, let's roll the dice and think of a number. Okay, so let's say they think of the number 8 and I turn my back. Okay, and they transfer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, and I don't know this, and I'm gonna say with my turn back, before I even turn my back, before I even see the cards, I'm also gonna say a number, and I'm gonna say the number, well, let's try 5. Okay, so they transfer 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card. Now what was your card? And they're gonna say 8, and that is why we have an 8 on top. Okay, so this time I'm gonna give you my number before you even think of your number. Okay, so I'm thinking of the number, let's say 4. Okay, and I'm gonna turn my back, and you think of a number and transfer that. So in this case it's the number 6, so they transfer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And now my number was number 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th card. So what was your card? Okay, number 6. That's peculiar because that is a 6. Now for the last time, he's gonna think of a card. Let's say, it's too much again. Let's say 7. So he transfers 7 cards while I have my back turned. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm gonna ask him to deal cards till I just say stop. So he starts dealing. Stop. And right here, the card you're holding, what was the number you thought of? Was it a 7? That's interesting. Okay guys, this is one of those tricks that is hard to explain or to illustrate when you don't have a spectator, but I hope you get an idea. So let's talk about how we can perform this trick and the method behind it. Okay guys, as I said, I hope you liked that little performance, and remember, if you did, to subscribe to this channel and leave a like down below. Also, if you need to buy some new cards or maybe a book, make sure to check the links in the description. That really helps out. Okay, so this is a trick from, once again, from Royal Road to Card Magic. We're going through this amazing book on the channel right now. So if you want to learn all the basics in card magic, make sure to subscribe right now, because this is a great opportunity. This trick is called an Incomprehensible Divination, and it's on page 136 in the Royal Road to Card Magic. So how do we perform this trick? We need 10 cards plus a joker. So from ace to 10 plus a joker, the ace on top, the joker on the bottom, These can actually be of mixed suits because we're only concerned with the numbers in this case and not the suits. I have all in spades just to make it clear, I guess. Now we start off by giving the deck a Charlier shuffle or two. You can watch my last video if you want to learn this. So we can give it a couple of Charlier shuffles. It looks like we're really mixing the cards, but of course we're just giving it a cut. In this case, we didn't even give it a cut because we nullified it by accident. But that doesn't really matter. And what we're gonna do now is we're going to glimpse the top card. And you can watch the glimpse video. I like to kind of just riffle and quickly glimpse as I do the top card. So we know it's the ace in this case. And we're gonna tell them to think of a number between 1 and 10 and then transfer that number to the bottom of the deck like this. And we're gonna give them an example to really make sure they understand and say, so if you think of the number 3, you're gonna transfer 1, 2, 3 cards. So now I know that I have the 4 over here, of course, because I transferred the ace, the 2, and the 3 in this explanation. So I know I have the 4 on top. And what I'm gonna do in my head, and this is basically the whole secret, I'm gonna take 4 from 12, and that is going to be our key numbers. So in this case, it's 8. Right? So that's all I need to remember when I perform this. Maybe I was a bit slow in the presentation because I had a lot of numbers to keep track of. But when I perform it, all I have to remember is my key number, which is, in this case, it's an 8. And they're gonna think of a number between 1 and 10. So in this case, let's say they think about the number 3. So 1, 2, 3. They transfer 3 cards while you have your back turned. So you don't know this, and they know that you can't know how many cards they transfer. Now you're gonna spread the cards and say something in the lines of, yeah, you could have picked any card, you could have transferred any number of cards, basically. And remember, our key number is number 8. We're gonna cut the 8th card to the top. So as we spread, we count quickly. So 2, 4, 6, 7, and this is number 8. And we just cut that casually to the top. So now there's a 3 on top. So, and then we say, okay, so what number did you think of? And they say 3, and you say, well, that's funny because on the top here, we have a 3. So that's the first phase of this trick. So the second phase is, again, we need to take the new number, which is 3, from 12. So that's 9 in this case. So now all we have to remember is the number 9. And you say, well, now I'm going to think of a number. You begin by thinking of a number while I'll turn my back, and they think of a number. In this case, it's 4, 5, 6, 7. So they transfer 7 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And before you turn your back, you say, before I even see the cards, I'm gonna say the number, I think 9 is a good number. So they transfer 9 more cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 9th card. So what was your number? And they say 7. And that's interesting because this, of course, is the 7. So once again, that's the second phase. And once again, we take 7 from 12. So it's 5. And this time you say, so I'm gonna say my number this time before you even say your number. And I'm thinking about the number, let's say 5, okay? And then they think of a number while you turn your back. So it's 6 in this case. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and our number 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th card. So what was your number? It was 6, and once again, that's interesting because we have the 6 on top now. So that's the third phase. Now for the 4th and the last phase, you again take 6 from 12, so that's 6. And what you're going to do this time is, once again, you're gonna let them think of a number. So let's say they think of 5, 6, 7, 8. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now you're gonna let them deal, and you remember your key number, which is 6, and you're gonna stop them on the 6th card. Now, if you're brave, you can do this with your back turn and just listen to them deal, or you can turn around and, let them deal. So they deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go stop. What number did you think of? And they say 8, and turn that card over, and it's an 8. Okay, so it might seem like there's a lot of, to keep track on here, but all you actually have to remember is your key number. Take the card on top and then take that away from 12. And it's not harder than that, to be honest. It's kind of hard to illustrate this and the impact this trick can have when you don't have a spectator, but it's actually a really good trick. They describe it in the book as an old war horse, which is a trick that's been around for a long time and always gets great reactions. So I really hope you like this trick, and remember, if you did, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions or just want to say hi. I always appreciate it, and see you back here soon. Bye bye.